coach, Stackhouse, Jerry Stackhouse, or Stan Van Gundy. Okay, again, those names are in line for the Toronto Raptors job. Mike Budenholzer, Becky Hammon, Ettore Messina, Nick Nurse, Monty Williams, Jerry Stackhouse, or Stan Van Gundy. I don't know who they're going to pick, and again, like I said, in my opinion, I think they need to look at the makeup of their roster. They may need to move some players, and like we say in the world, it may be time where they need to blow that roster up. There's also been news of, or rumors surfacing in OKC amidst all of the Paul George talk. There's also been rumbles, slight rumbles, of the Oklahoma City Thunder possibly fielding offers or possibly looking into trading one Russell Westbrook. Now, again, another team in the state where it might just be time to blow it up and start over. And we all know that OKC is a small market, so it's going to be, and I think, difficult for them to bring more star power into that. Paul George is still uncertain. His future there is up in limbo. They've already put it out, and I'm referring to OKC, that they are looking to part ways with Carmelo Anthony. That would leave Russell Westbrook there by himself. And like we said, in all possibilities, like I said, there's been rumors, there have been rumblings that they could possibly look to trade him as well. Now, I don't know what's going to happen there, but I will keep my ear to the situation. Whatever I hear, I will definitely report to you and get you in the know as to what is going on with that situation. Now, one of the coaches I mentioned, or one of the names I mentioned in that search, in that interest, if you will, of the Toronto Raptors is one Becky Hammon. She is now an assistant under Greg Popovich with the San Antonio Spurs, who is getting a lot of reviews, a lot of good reports from the NBA, the coaching staffs, and people around the NBA who feel that she could be the first female head coach in the NBA. I think that she's a very good coach. She has history of playing in the WNBA, of course, but she had a decent career, a little bit more than decent career in the WNBA, and apparently she knows the game of basketball. Now, what I want to ask to you all, my listeners, my followers, my supporters, is how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that threshold, that crossing over and having a woman be a head coach in the NBA? I know my friend JC is listening, and I'm anticipating how he feels about this situation. And thanks to him, folks, because I posted an article about Becky Hammon on the group page, and it's thanks to him that he posted it first, and I shared it to the group. Actually, I didn't just post it; I shared it. So JC, thanks for sharing that article. Thanks for posting it, and I shared it in the group. But he is familiar. He has some familiarity with male versus female hiring in the NBA, and that's another story. When he's here again, we will touch on that, and I'll have him give you more details on that. But again, thanks JC for, like I said, posting the Becky Hammon article so I could share with the group and with my listeners and followers. Now, I don't have any problems with it. Like I said, I feel like she's a student of the game. She coached the San Antonio Summer League squad a year or two ago. They did pretty well. She handled herself pretty well. She handled the players pretty well. She actually handled the game. The game management was actually pretty good. So I feel like she should get a shot. I mean, I'm thinking that she has had some interviews, and it's going to take a lot for her to be hired as a head coach because of the nature of the business. It's male dominated, so I think it's going to be very difficult for her to get that job. But I think She knows what she knows, and if she keeps pursuing, she keeps pushing, at some point it will probably happen for her. And I think it would be somewhat good to see. I think it would be a change of pace for the NBA. I think it would be a boost for the NBA, because I think at that point, I think it would bring more female fans into the realm of the NBA. And lastly, folks, I have a story about, as we all know, the former world champion, the alleged dynasty. It's from that tree, if you will. Recently hired by the Detroit Lions as their new head coach, Matt Patricia, has been indicted and not tried in 1996 for a sexual assault case. So that just goes into more of what myself and what my partner Baldy always says about New England, where we feel like all of their championships, all their accolades come with an asterisk because of the scandals that have been around them. And now you have this, and the NFL is definitely looking into this to see what went on, why he was not tried, why he was just indicted on this sexual assault case, because the NFL has become a big stickler for those type of crimes, those type of indictments, the sexual assaults, the domestic violence, the performance enhancing, the substance abuse, violations in the NFL. So I'm sure that the NFL is going to look into this very, very deeply, very intently. They're going to go through this with a very, very fine-tooth comb and try to figure out what actually went on and what, or if there needs to be some kind of discipline or anything handed down to Coach Patricia for this matter. With that being said, folks, I'm going to wrap up for today. And like I said, you can always get with me on social media, Facebook, Dwayne Gaines, but more so Facebook group page, SportsRap Radio Show. You can get at me on Instagram and Twitter at SportsRap_D on both. And again, I'm going to post some clips from the show later today. But folks, go on the page. Also, feel free to go and check out our webpage, sportsrapradio.com. Leave us a message on that page. Leave us topics that you want us to discuss. You can also do that on our social media, on Instagram and Facebook. And again, the question running for today, and I'm going to keep this question running, and I will pick it up as people comment during the day, and I'm going to bring it back up again for a small section of the show next week. Who do you feel the Sixers should have as their free agent, high-level free agent next year? LeBron James, Paul George, or Kawhi Leonard? Folks, it's been great. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the sunshine. It's your boy D, signing off for right now. I may see you in a couple minutes, but while I'm doing some other things, listen to some music. And if not, I'll see you next week. Hopefully my partners will be here with me, and we can have the whole crew, and we can talk about some of these things again with plenty of more new topics. We also, don't forget, tonight, Warriors at Rockets, must-see TV, 9 p.m. TNT, Western Conference Finals, Game 1. Tune in. I'll have reports tomorrow on social media. And that is it for today, folks. Like I said, enjoy the weather. It's getting nicer. I just looked outside. The sun is shining. It's going to be a bright day. It's going to be a great day. Start off your week positive. Monday is always rough. But you just listen to Sports Rap, so you should have some positive thoughts moving forward. Stay tuned, folks. I'm going to tune into some music, and I may come back real quick before I sign out.